In his book, Sapiens, Yuval Noah Harari explains to us how, for the human race to survive, man had to keep learning new skills. It is by learning these new skills that we were able to slowly rise through the ranks of the food chain. By learning new skills, did we not only survive but thrived? We made tools that aided our hunting and gathering. We learned a more complex way of communicating. This enabled us to gossip, but more importantly, we were able to engage in trade. As the world changes around us, we must equip ourselves with new skills. What better opportunity have we than this novel coronavirus lockdown period? Evolution would not be possible without education. Bonjour, bienvenue la Grey Area. Je m'appelle Dr. Gray. Hi folks, how are you? My name is Dr. Gray and welcome to the Grey Area. This video is part of a series of videos I've been doing on hacking the pandemic. And in this particular episode, I get to talk about skills that I'm learning through this pandemic period. I hope you get to get some insights from this video. Welcome. This pandemic period gave me an opportunity to teach myself quite a number of things. Prior to this lockdown period, I had always had an excuse of not having the time to learn a new skill or engage in anything over and above my career. So when we were thrown into a lockdown period, that provided me with the perfect opportunity, or rather took away my excuses for learning new skills. So one of the skills that I picked up is learning a language, or rather I decided to learn a language, and to it, French. I've always had a liking or I've always admired French. I never got to take it in high school or in primary school, and I've always wanted to learn it. I think since I cleared high school, I've always wanted to learn French. I had the opportunity of visiting Paris once, and it's a beautiful city, and that I think deepened my desire for learning French. So during this pandemic period, I decided, hey, why not learn French? So I did my research around learning new languages, and I learned that there's quite a lot of resources out there, both free and charged, that you can use to learn a language. Of course, being a cheapskate, I decided to go for the free options first. And that is when I came into contact with the Duolingo. Initially, I had tried to use Memrise. Memrise is a different app, language learning app, but I didn't like it that much. The interface was a bit complex, and I don't know, for some reason we didn't develop any chemistry between the app Memrise and myself. But later on, I stumbled upon Duolingo, I think as I was just doing my random search on Apple Store. And I just discovered Duolingo, and I decided, hey, let me give it a try. So the good thing is that it has a paid option and the free version. The free version is quite useful. Actually, the paid option, the advantage of the paid option is that it gives you the opportunity to actually sponsor more people and keep the app alive. And then over and above that, you do not have a limit to the number of lessons that you can take in a day, and you also don't have a limit on the number of mistakes you can make on the. I've been using the free version for, I would say, close to 6 months now, and it's been fairly good, actually really good. I think I decided to use the free version first so that I get a feel of the app before I get to commit. And it's been amazing. So far, I can say that I've learned a bit of the basics. I can go through the preliminaries of any language, or rather the French language, and that involves perhaps introducing myself, trying to find my way around a place, or trying to ask for directions around a place, and order at a restaurant, at least order pizza at a restaurant. And I can also go to a bakery and perhaps ask for croissant. So at least that much I have gotten to learn. I can tell you definitely I am a lot better than I was perhaps a year ago, where I really didn't know much about French. So it's still a journey that I'm taking. It's been an exciting journey, and it still is an exciting journey. And I would encourage anyone who's looking to learn a new language. There are very many options that Duolingo offers. They have, I think they say about 130 or over 130 languages that you can learn through their app. They haven't sponsored this video. God knows, I wish they had sponsored this video, but hey, I just see the value in whatever they are offering. And I would encourage anyone who's looking to learn a new language to use Duolingo as an option. As you use the language, I think it is important to also inform you of ways, the most effective ways to learn from the app. One is try and learn a new word or take a lesson every day. It is very easy. A lesson is as short as 5 minutes. So I'm sure you can spare 5 minutes that you can use to learn the language. You can use your idling time, perhaps while you're commuting, perhaps when you're on the can, perhaps just before bed. However, I would highly discourage using your phone or any form of electronic devices just before bed. Or any other idling time that you might have on your hands when you're waiting for someone, when you're waiting at a restaurant for your order to come in, or things along those lines. You can use the app for that during that time to learn. Since I started this YouTube channel, I started out basically green, completely ignorant of where to start from, how to start, and what I require for a YouTube channel. However, we live in fantastic times. The internet is just teeming with a lot of information regarding video shooting, video editing, and just general skills that you require to start a YouTube channel. I took a deep dive into it, did a bit of research, and I discovered that really I required basically nothing to start the channel. Whatever I would have needed to start the channel, I already had at my disposal. The only other thing I needed is to learn the skill for shooting and editing of the videos. And perhaps in a future video, I'll get to share how I get to edit my videos, but I'll give just a sneak preview as to what I use to shoot my videos, and two, to edit my videos. That is the second skill that I've learned during this pandemic period. Those are basically, or rather, yes, technically those are two skills in one, that I got to learn how to shoot videos and I got to learn how to edit them. The app or the website that I've been using to learn about shooting videos and editing them is Skillshare. And more importantly, I took lessons from two people. I've mentioned this guy so many times in my videos, Ali Abdal, a doctor in the UK, who is also on YouTube. But yes, he has a lesson on YouTube on how to edit videos. So for those of you who would like to learn about editing videos, you can take that lesson on Skillshare. It's absolutely amazing. And then I also took another class from a lady called Sorel Amo, who is kind of a wanderlust. She gets to travel the world and she's paid for it. And she had an amazing, she has a very short lesson. I think it's about 45 minutes to an hour. But she has quite a number of gems in that lesson that you get to learn from. I guess the gist of what I'm saying right here is, one, that you have everything at your disposal to start a YouTube channel if you so desire, or an online presence if you so desire. And two, you can use Skillshare to learn how to actually get how to learn any skill that you desire. They have lessons on cooking, they have lessons on art, they have lessons on writing, they have lessons on practically anything that you could think about or anything that you would want to learn from. So I took my video editing and shooting lessons from Skillshare. Again, they have not sponsored this video. I wish they did, but it's an amazing app. I got a discount from a referral, or should I call it a referral? I got a discount voucher from one of Ali Abdal's videos, and I got 2 months free. And then at the end of the 2 months, I got an extension of 1 month free. 1 month free, but I can tell you I will definitely be signing up for Skillshare because I desire to learn more and more skills. And I think so far, from the lessons that I've taken from Skillshare, I think it is worth my time, and it's worth the cost of it. So yes, you can take your video editing or your video shooting skills or any other skills that you wish to learn, photography, you name it, they're all there on Skillshare, and you can get to take them from there. So I've taken, it's been an exciting journey. I have learned so much on video shooting, and I've learned so much on video editing. I think when I started out, I had my phone. I don't have any professional lighting. I didn't have a professional mic, so I was just using my phone camera and my phone microphone to start shooting. The funny thing is, when I started out, the world just kind of threw things at me. So I went out and bought a tripod, which I think cost me about 3,000 shillings. That's an equivalent of about $30. And yeah, I think that's actually the only thing that I went out and bought, the tripod. And then I started shooting the videos, and a friend of mine reached out to me and told me, hey, I have this microphone that I bought back when I was in school in the UK, and I was using it for podcasts. I think I'm no longer using it. I think I can send it your way. You can play around with it and see what you can do with it. So I got this microphone, blue, and I had to learn how to use it. Again, it's helped me quite a bit in my shooting of the videos. And yes, it's amazing, like I always say. And then the other thing, before I forget, the other thing is, when I was thinking about lighting, and lighting equipment is quite expensive. So as I was thinking about lighting equipment to purchase, I talked to a friend of mine, and he told me, one of the advantages you have, Alan, is that you live in the tropics. And for someone who is in the tropics, you have extended hours of natural light. So today is a pretty beautiful day out here, and the sun is shining in, and I just put my desk right in front of the window, and it helps with the lighting. So that has its downside in that I only have to shoot during the days. And in July, Nairobi normally has gloomy weather, and it can be dark for extended periods of the day. So I've been having a bit of challenge shooting during the day in July, so that would explain why I have not been very regular in terms of when I put out my videos, because I am relying on natural light. But so far so good. I really don't have any excuse for not shooting, for that matter. In terms of editing, I have been using iMovie which comes with the iPad. So I recently bought a seventh generation iPad. Well, not so recent. I bought it in March, and I realized that they have iMovie on it. It comes in as one of the stock applications, and I just explored it, and I realized, hey, I can actually use this for a start as I learn how to edit videos. So the interesting thing is that while I was learning how to do video editing, the class I was taking was on how to use Adobe Premiere Cut Pro. But then I realized those lessons are very transferable on iMovie. So I got to learn quite a bit about the A-roll and B-roll and things about that, and how you get to add text on the video, you get to add images on your video, how to add screenshots to the video. The basics that you probably require for any video that is worth watching, or if you want to make your video entertaining for your viewers. So basically that's it, folks. This video is a very short one, because there are only two lessons that I'm getting to learn during this pandemic period. One, I'm learning French, and two, I am learning how to shoot and edit videos. I would encourage you to pick up any skill that you have been postponing for such a long time. And during this period of lockdown, when we have a lot of time on our hands, you can learn from all the resources that we have online, and I know there are quite a number. We have Udemy. You can take an online course on Udemy. You can take Skillshare. I like Skillshare because it has very practical lessons. The advantage that Udemy has over Skillshare is that Udemy gives you a certificate which you can use for your professional purposes, perhaps at your place of work and things like that. But for personal growth, I find Skillshare very, very useful. So you can use Skillshare for that. As you sign up, I know you get about 2 months free or a month free. But I would refer you to go to one of Ali Abdallah's videos and just check it out. I think there's a discount code there that you can get from him, and you'll get 2 months. And try out Skillshare and see if it offers you any advantages on learning any new things. Please pick up a lesson, or rather a language. It's always a plus, whether you're thinking of it as a professional or you're thinking of it at a personal level. If you ever think about relocating to a different part of the world, if you're ever thinking about just visiting, I think it makes your life a lot easier if you know how to speak more than one language. This video is the third in the series of hacking the pandemic. I will put a link to this video where you can watch the other episodes that I've created or prepared on hacking the pandemic. Thank you for watching, and please kindly remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. Thank you.